Hello and welcome to another video on the Gegenpress, and with us today are two really interesting items, which is the third Liverpool kit for the 2025-2026 season by Adidas. So earlier this year we did a quick review of the home shirt as well as the comparison of the original player issue versus the fake one. But today we are doing a more legit comparison, which is the third kit, but this is the player issue by Adidas, totally legit, versus the fan issue, but this version is the long sleeve. So what we are trying to get is, obviously there is a significant difference in price for the player issue against the fan issue. So I'm going to share with you the key differences, whether it's worth the price, if you're considering in getting any of these, what you should look out for, the price, the availability, even my advice on what to look out and what separates one from the other. So let's start with this one first. So this was the one that I got first. I think if you saw in the short videos, I did a quick unpacking video. But this is the player issue, which is in collaboration with Adidas Originals. Instead of the normal 3 stripes, they use the trefoil logo, which is freaking awesome. And this one here is the fan issue. Same shirt, but it is more catered towards for the fans rather than the one that's being worn by players on the field. Obviously, the fan issue is more expensive. The fan issue is much cheaper compared to the player issue. So we are here to see how much that difference. I think in Malaysia the difference would be around 200 ringgit, roughly, if my math serves me correct. This is 399. The standard is 350. Yeah, it's about 200 ringgit difference. So let's begin. So for a start, let's look at the player issue version. Obviously, the materials here are super light. This is the same material that we got with the home kit, which is the red one. You can check the review of it in one of our playlists. The logo here is very reminiscent of the ones that we had in the 80s with the shield, with the bird on top of the shield, which I really like. Liverbird. There you go. Thank you for the guy who mentioned it in the earlier video, how to pronounce it. Appreciate it. Thank you for the comments. Told you guys I read the comments. And it's rubberized. You can see the texture there. Very well made. Unlike the ones that we got on Adidas, on Nike last year, I think this one would last much longer. Hopefully, knock on wood. Same goes with the trefoil logo. This one looks very sturdy. Although I would not take the risk in washing this without, just chucking it into the washing machine. I would not do that. The cuffs here is ventilated, very well ventilated. There is a ridge. This is raised here actually. I think you can hear it. Hopefully you can hear it. And this is very stretchy. Looks pretty cool. If you lift the shirt like that, you can see the pattern there, the perforated bits here versus this one. So it goes along, but it's quite different than the ones that we see in the red ones, where in the red shirt there are like certain circular pattern for the perforation. But for this one, this is very similar to what we should be getting with the player issue on the black jersey, the third keeper kit, I think, where the lines are actually being done by different patterns here. So this is the perforation. You can see that's how they build the lines. Apart from that, here's an interesting bit. So a typical player issue shirt, you will have the certification of authenticity at the bottom right of the shirt. On the normal one, the red one and the white one, which is the home and away, you would see hit ready written here. The player issue is normally hit ready, the fan issue is arrow ready, but you don't see it here. However, Adidas did something really cool, that when you flip this over, you can see this little stitching of the Shankly gates, which is even better. So that's pretty freaking awesome. All right, but it is only available on the third kit player issue. So now let's have a quick look at the fan issue. All right. So the price, before we go there, the price for the player issue was, let's see, was 549 ringgit in Malaysian ringgit. 549. All right. The price for the short sleeve of the fan edition is 349, or is it 359, around that. The short sleeve, the long sleeve version is around 40 ringgit more expensive. So this one is 399. Okay, so obviously the long sleeve is a bit more expensive. But here's the bit that I've noticed: you can't get the long sleeve in Adidas Malaysia. You can only get it if you go to the Liverpool store website. That's how you can only buy it online. They're not stocking it up in the physical stores. So there's this pretty big reputable football store in Malaysia called Football Republic. Football Republic stocks long sleeves. They did it for the home shirt, they did it for the away shirt, and they have done the same thing for the third shirt. So I was lucky enough, I was just walking about, saw Football Republic today, checked it out. They had the last fitting size for me in long sleeve. So I just can't help it. So I figured, you know what, I'm just going to get it. So here's the shirt. So as opposed to the player issue, which is rubberized, which the logo was rubberized here, this one here is stitched. It's stitched onto the shirt, so there's no worry that this is going to come off. This is going to be here forever. Right, if you can see there. Obviously, material-wise, you can see the difference. The perforation is on the player issue. This is much more equal on the fan issue. But if you look closely, you can see the separation. You can still see the thick lines, different hue, different tones of green here. But side by side, they are very, very close. So unlike the purple shirt, I think it was 2 seasons ago on Nike, where the fan issue and the player issue was so different in terms of the shades, this is very, very close. So I would not worry about the closeness or when it comes to the colors. The collars look like this for the fan issue. Let's do a quick comparison in what you're going to get with the player issue. Very, very similar, apart from those little points. Unless you are really, really staring at it, that you can tell. So this is the player issue, this is the fan issue at the back. However, the stripes on the shoulder is slightly different. The ones on the fan issue looks a bit more just very basic. It's stitched, different fabrics. Whereas if you go for the player issue, this is a bit more, stretchy, and you can see those black lines along there. This is a bit different than what you're gonna get from the home and away shirts as well, because for the red one and the white one, these bits are actually rubber, some sort of some rubber material. So it's kind of cool that they've given a different treatment for the third kit. Moving along. So the sponsor portion, the Standard Chartered, similar. Obviously the trefoil as well is embroidered, which is pretty cool, rather than just a normal heat press rubberized bit. At the back, obviously we can see the Anfield Eternal Flame, 97 there. This one is rubber, exactly the same as what you're going to get from the ones on the player issue. However, one thing that separates, there are a few things that separates these two, but as I mentioned earlier, that obviously there's no authenticity tag here because this is a fan issue, but they have the arrow ready tag here, which is, I think after a few washes it's going to come off, and it doesn't have that Shankly Gates bit at the back. Then again, that's an Easter egg. If it's there, it's there. My honest opinion, it's so hard to get the player issue for the long sleeve. Getting the long sleeve is hard enough as it is. But I was trying to hold back. But when I saw this in person, give it a try. And this was the last one on the rack that fits me. And just pick it up. Just can't help it. Why not, right? This one is flying off the shelves. I've been checking the Liverpool store website recently, and sporadically they do have new stocks, especially for the white ones, long sleeve, but it's only player issue. We haven't gotten the fan issue for the long sleeve for the away shirt. And even for the home shirt, I haven't seen any long sleeve available online. The only long sleeve home shirt that I've seen is also at Football Republic Malaysia. And the only ones available today was in triple XL, or was it double XL? So the long sleeves are flying off the shelves, and rightfully so. You might say, meh, I'll just go with the short sleeve. But trust me, once you see the long sleeve ones, you would want to pick it up. So the final verdict, if you have the cash and you want to spend and you want to get either of this version, the third kit, let's talk about the third kit. Yes, the difference is visible if you want to get the player issue. I like the bits that, the rubber bits for the logo, for the trefoil. It does feel airier. I've given it a try, both of them. It does feel this is much more breathable. The player issue is much more breathable. Obviously, it's made for performance, for what the players wear when on the field. I would definitely wear this during the day, for football matches even. It's very humid in Malaysia, so this works well in our weather. However, should I be traveling, or should it be I wanted to wear something that's a bit warm, this can even serve as an undershirt, especially in a flight or whatever. This fits perfectly well. And I wouldn't pick one either two. I really enjoyed the long sleeve. I haven't had a Liverpool long sleeve since, I think, was it the New Balance one? I had my name at the back with number 7. It's been years since I had an official long sleeve shirt. So I can't pick. Both of them are equal. I love both of them equally. My wife was suggesting me to sell one of these. I might not. Probably keep them. We don't know. We hit jackpot with Adidas this year with the good, really, really good shirts. Next year's design might be shit. So, anyways, enough waffling. So these are the differences and the similarities of the third kit for Liverpool made by Adidas for the 25-26 season. If you have the money, get them. If it's tight, because these shirts aren't cheap, you could wait for the sale, hopefully. Adidas normally have sale towards Christmas time. Most of these big club shirts are normally excluded from the discounts, understandable. But over time, they will go on sale towards the end of the season. It might look like, they fly off the shelves. I've noticed a lot of non-football fans are picking up these shirts, which are contributing to them being harder to get, which is good. We have, the better. It's a way to promote the team. But a lot of fair weather friends as well jumping onto the bandwagon. I was talking to the guy at Football Republic, and he was saying no one's buying Manchester United shirts right now. So obviously, because the team isn't winning, obviously, a lot of glory hunters. But then again, the shirts aren't that great this season. Although the black shirt has been flying off the shelves. That's that. The black one with the gold, with the yellow sponsor bits. That one's actually pretty cool. But anyways, the Liverpool shirts are very, very popular. I noticed just now it's only the second day since these green shirts were released, and only limited sizes left. The red ones and the white ones are being restocked. But there you go. So, final verdict. Is there a stock difference? Obviously, in terms of quality and finishing, especially the collars, the stripes, and obviously the badges here. And yeah, the material. But color-wise, for those who are not really scrutinizing it, you can see someone just walking at a glance, you can't tell. You won't be able to tell whether it's authentic or not. But if you know where to look, what to look at, you can point them out. And in terms of comfort, either, like I said just now, depending on what purpose I'm wearing the shirts for. If I'm playing, I just want to put one of these for a game, for a kickabout, I'll probably put on this one. But I think if it's out on a casual day, I can pick either. That works. A day at the cinemas, strong aircon, you want to put this on, it works. So there you go. This is the quick review of the Liverpool third kit for the 25-26 season. If you haven't got them, I hope this helps you in your purchasing decisions. If you want me to talk about the comparison with the fake shirts, do let me know in the comment section. I think the guy who I got the first fake red home shirt, he told me last week that, oh, they're stocking it up soon. So I would like to see how they've improved in terms of quality. For Pointers, this one was going for 549, yeah, the fan issue. And the player issue is 549. The fake one is selling for 65. But I took it out for a while just now for just to cop a feel to, how what's the difference. It's night and day. Once you've worn this, the other one feels like crap. You can really tell. So enough waffling about that. You know where I stand in terms of buying fakes and staying with the originals. That's all for now. Like the video, would appreciate it if you enjoyed, if you learned something, if it helps with your purchasing decisions. If you haven't subscribed, do subscribe. Really helps the algorithm. And until the next video, you'll never walk alone.